Hey, all you cool cats and kittens, it's Mr. Ashley from Tile Middle School, and today we're going to be learning about Roman rulers. A couple of things you guys are going to be doing today. The first thing is the CNN 10. There are 4 questions you guys have to answer. I would like it if you guys answered in complete sentences. I've been seeing that being a bit of an issue recently, and using details to explain your answers. Now, these are things that we've been working on while we were in class, and they're things that I want us to continue working even though we are not physically in the classroom today. The other thing you guys are going to be doing today is you're going to be taking 2 column notes. Now, I'm providing you guys with this video here, which should help you guys as you learn about some of these concepts. I'm also going to be providing you guys with the PowerPoint presentation so you guys can go through it at your own pace. And then finally, I'm also going to be providing you guys with a Word document that's already set up for 2 column notes. You do not have to use the Word document, but you do need to take 2 column notes. You can use, hard copy, paper and pencil if you'd like. And also just for your knowledge here, our attendance today is going to be based off of whether you did the CNN 10 or not. So if you don't do the CNN 10, you're not going to get marked present for attendance. You'll be marked absent. All right. So without further ado, today we're going to be learning about Roman rulers. When we talk about Roman rulers, we need to start with the first government of ancient Rome. That's the Roman Republic. It's going to last for about the first 500 years of the existence of ancient Rome, and it's going to be very similar to the government that we have in our Congress today, where not one single person is going to hold power, but a group of people. And this is supposed to do 2 things. One, it keeps any one single person from abusing that power. Think about like dictators and kings and queens and other types of governments that are run by just one single person, and it's very easy for that person to take advantage, to treat their people poorly, to hoard money and hoard wealth and all those kinds of things. So the Roman Republic does kind of prevent that from happening. And the second thing it allows for citizens to be represented in government, right? The people that are a part of this government, they are supposed to be representing the ideas of what citizens want and what citizens think should be happening in this country. Now, the Roman Republic would often have one centralized person that would be like the front man. And for a long time, that was Julius Caesar. Now, Julius Caesar was a great war general, and he did a lot of great work for ancient Rome, going around defeating a lot of the enemies of ancient Rome. And because of that, he becomes very popular in ancient Rome. One of the people that really think of him, one of the groups of people that really think of him as being a great leader is actually the Senate. And they're going to name him the dictator of ancient Rome. Now, think about this, right? A group of people who have power in government, and their sole reason, one of their major reasons here for being a republic is to keep power from going to one single person. They're going to willingly give up this power, willingly allow one person to become the dictator and rule the country however they see fit. This is going to cause a lot of upset amongst some of the senators, amongst some of the people in ancient Rome, and as a result, there's going to be an assassination attempt on Julius Caesar. This assassination attempt is going to be carried out by senators that did not agree that he should be the dictator, one being one of his good friends, Brutus. And what they're going to do is they're going to murder Julius Caesar, stab him to death about a year after he is named dictator. They're going to overthrow the government, and they're going to try and restore the Roman Republic. They want the Senate to come back. They want to get rid of emperors and to get rid of dictators. They think that they're going to be met very positively. Unfortunately, what they don't account for is that Julius Caesar has a big following, not just in the Senate that gave him the power, but amongst the people. A lot of people are going to be very upset at this government, about these senators who are trying to take control from Julius Caesar. So right now, what you guys should do, you should pause my video, and on the PowerPoint, if you're going through the PowerPoint, I want you to click on this video right here on the conspiracy against Julius Caesar. This will show you guys step by step what actually happened here, give you a little more detail than I do about the murder of Julius Caesar and why it comes to be. So when we left off, we were talking about the murder of Julius Caesar. Now, after Julius Caesar is assassinated, his adopted son, Caesar Augustus, is going to take power. Caesar Augustus already was a very popular leader in ancient Rome, and he's going to quickly take this power back. He is going to use the power of the people to quickly eliminate these assassins. He's going to kill some of them. He's going to exile a bunch of them, but he's going to get them out of ancient Rome and restore the government back to an empire, restore it back to a dictatorship run by one single person. And Caesar Augustus is really going to be the first emperor of Rome. During his time as emperor, they are going to have what's known as the Pax Romana, and that is going to be called, essentially it means the Great Peace of Rome. During his time, there's not going to be a lot of fighting. There's going to be, great economy. There's going to be a lot of jobs. There's going to be low poverty, all these kinds of great things that you look for in a great leader. Caesar Augustus is going to bring it to the table. On top of that, he's going to rebuild Rome. Rome is going to be very damaged after the assassination of Julius Caesar. So what he's going to do is he's going to strengthen their armies. He's going to create a road system throughout ancient Rome, and he's just trying to build Rome up and create this massive empire. Another great emperor of ancient Rome is Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius was known as the philosopher king. This is because of his desire to gain knowledge and his desire to put science, mathematics, and those kinds of content areas ahead of others. He wants people to learn. He wants people to be educated. He himself wants to be educated. And because he is such a good leader, he's going to do a couple of things here. He's going to strengthen the empire of Rome. He's going to actually expand it. And the other thing he's going to do is he's going to stop a lot of major revolts that are going on during this time period that actually threaten to destroy the Roman Empire. He's going to be known as one of the last great leaders of ancient Rome. And after he leaves, after he dies, and the new emperor takes control, there's not going to be much in the line of positive leadership in ancient Rome. And on that note, let me introduce you to Nero. Nero is one of the worst leaders that ancient Rome ever had. Nero, one of the first things he does is he kills his own mother. Now, his mother wasn't a very great person herself. She actually tries to lead through Nero. She kind of uses Nero as a puppet. She tries to tell him how to do things, tell him laws to create, tell him to do certain things and manipulate how he leads the country. He doesn't obviously like this. He doesn't like the fact that he's got his mother, breathing down his neck, telling him all these things to do and telling him how to be a leader. And so he has her killed. Soon after, though, he doesn't take the turn to become a better leader. He actually becomes an even worse leader. He becomes what's known as a tyrant. Tyrants are people who abuse their power, who abuse their people, who steal and thieve and kill and murder and all that kind of stuff. He becomes a tyrant. And one of the first things he does when he starts to evolve into this tyrant figure is he's going to start publicly killing his rivals. Anyone that opposes him, he is going to have killed. And not only them, but also their wives, their children, their extended family, all killed in a very public manner. Now, Nero is actually going to do a couple of good things here for the city of ancient Rome. One of these things is he's going to support the arts. Even today, people like when you support the arts. People like when you beautify the city. People like when you support, these kinds of movements to making and beautifying cities and states and all that kind of stuff through popular art. And so people are going to really like that. He himself is an artist, and he's going to serenade people, in the roads of ancient Rome. He's going to paint and sculpt and all these kinds of things because he sees, he is an artist and he likes supporting the arts. The other positive thing he's going to do here, though, is lowering taxes. And everyone likes paying less taxes to the government. No one wants to pay more taxes to the government. So when Nero announces this, people are going to love this decision. Unfortunately, towards the end of Nero's life, he sees himself more as an artist and less as an emperor. And as a result, he's going to end up wasting tons of money on his own art, supporting his own, artistic career, rather than helping his people. And that's going to turn public opinion against him. The other thing that's going to happen here is the burning of Rome. And this happens in 64 AD. And the burning of Rome is a very major event here. And as you can see by this picture, this is a picture here of Nero playing the lyre, which is a musical instrument, while watching the city burn. And while this is not known to be true or false, it is widely, rumored that he did this. Most historians think that it's not true, but what a lot of historians do agree on is that he actually started the fires himself, and that he basked in the glory of Rome burning to the ground. One thing that he's going to do here is he's going to use the Christian people of ancient Rome as a scapegoat. He's going to blame them and say that they are the cause of the burning of the city. And as a result, he's going to start persecuting them. He's going to start killing them. He is going to crucify them on the cross. He is going to burn them alive. He's going to feed them to the dogs. Do all these kinds of things after blaming them, persecuting them. And obviously, he's not a really great leader here. Definitely not a leader that is, one that we would aspire to be if we were ever in this kind of situation. So Nero, not a very good emperor of Rome. The final emperor that we're going to talk about is Caligula. Now, Caligula is not necessarily a bad leader because he's, like Nero and he's burning down the city. He's a bad leader because he's mentally insane. He is going to do some things like murder just for fun. A prime example of this is oftentimes in ancient Rome, you would have, Roman priests sacrifice animals regularly to, pray to the gods for, safety in war, or good fortune in the years to come, or, for the health of the country, or what have you. And in one of these such events, Caligula is going to invite a priest. The priest is going to bring a bull, and the priest is going to give Caligula the honor of sacrificing this bull. Caligula takes the hammer and swings it directly into the priest's head. Why? For the ha-has. Caligula is not just, this murdering, rampaging man. He genuinely believes that he is a god, and he demands that he is going to be worshipped as such. And this also will kind of lead to his war against the gods. He is a very great general, and he's going to attack and take over many different cultures and countries and societies around ancient Rome and expand the Roman Empire. And he wants to take it a step further. He wants to attack Poseidon. And not only does he want to do this, this isn't just some idea. He actually goes about taking his military, moving them to the ocean, having them chuck spears into the ocean in order to attack Poseidon and his army. For obvious reasons, that's pretty insane. So what I want you guys to do here, one, please watch this video here. It's a horrible histories on Caligula and just how insane he is. I'll go over his attack on Poseidon and how that plays out. The other thing I want you guys to remember to do is make sure you turn in that CNN 10. Again, that's how I'm marking you down for attendance today. And finally, you guys have this video. You can stop it whenever you need to take your notes. You guys have the Word document, so you can take your 2-column notes, or you can take your 2-column notes handwritten. I don't mind either way. Whatever way is easiest for you. Please make sure that you take those notes. They'll become very important as we move on. Guys, have a great day. Stay healthy, stay happy, and I'll see you soon.